Oh, hello, my dear friends. How are you today? Thank you for joining us, Storytime with Santa today. Let me tell you, we have a special guest today. It's going to be so wonderful. She's joining us all the way from Poland. Oh, can you imagine across, Europe over there? So before we start, like always, let's give a chance to our friends to join in and see if they can write some comments, where they're watching, and who they are so I can welcome them. And I'm going to read some, I received some letters from some of the kids asking some questions. That's always going to be there. Okay. So let me read some of the letters real fast. I'm not going to read too many because I know everybody's excited. Here we go. This is from Pedro. Hi, Pedro. How are you? Thank you for joining in today. There you go. Dear Santa, how many cookies does Mrs. Claus make or cook? Pedro, she makes a lot of cookies. Let me tell you, I can't think a lot because she has to do for the elves, sometimes the reindeers, and of course Santa. Thank you for your question, Pedro. And this is for Johnny, little Johnny. Hi, little Johnny. Thank you for joining in today. There you go. Hi, Santa. What kind of games do the reindeers play? Oh, that's a good question, Johnny. You know what? They play a lot of reindeer games. They play jumping over the fence, flying, all kinds of games between them. Hide and seek too. Hey, they play hide and seek. Thank you for your question, Jen. I appreciate it. This one, oh, sorry. This is from Lucia. Oh, hi, Lucia. Thank you for watching in today. Here we go. Dear Santa, why is your beard so white? Well, it comes with age. That's part of it, the stress, the working hard, the age, so many years turns to white. Plus, in the North Pole, because it's so wintry, so snowy, my beard turns into white. But sometimes in summer, it gets a little different color. And then closer to Christmas, turns a little more whiter than it is right now. Thank you very much for your question, Lucy. I appreciate it. So now, my friends, are we ready? So today we're honored to welcome a wonderful author and a special guest joining us all the way from Poland. And she's a children's book author. She writes books for children, inspiring books, so the children can believe in themselves, follow their dream, and be somebody. And she's not only an author for kids, she different kinds of books too. But you know what? So let's welcome her. Let's give her a really, really, really round of applause, okay, to Katarina. Yeah, all the way from where? Poland. Let's welcome her, okay? Hi, welcome,
Hello,
Katarina. How are
dear
you today?
friends.
How are you?
Hello, I'm very fine. Thanks for joining. Thanks for invitation. It's very big honor for me to be a guest, and I can't wait to share all story with you and my personal story. It's very nice. I also brought some friends with me, so I'm not alone.
Oh, that's good. I like that. I read your book. Oh, that's a wonderful book. Very inspiring. Yeah. Little Johnny's journey. Oh, you know what? When I saw the book, I said, you know what? I need to invite the author so she can share her wonderful book with our friends. And I just want to say thank you for being here with us. We really appreciate it. So, how's the weather over there?
Oh, It's not sunny. It's 7 p.m. and the whole day was raining. But when you have the big heart and you have sun inside you, you always have a good weather.
Oh, yes, I know. I like that. Yes, over here in the North Pole, it's always cold and gloomy. But sometimes when all the elves are cheering, enjoying, and singing, sometimes the clouds move away a little bit, and a little bit of the sun comes out, but just a little bit, and then goes back again.
I think it's always fun when Santa is around.
So I was going to ask you, can you, can you please tell us, your journey? How did you became an author of children's
Okay,
book? Well, I know you write different kinds of books, but you're inspiring now to do children's book.
okay. So, like, my story is very long, I would say. I started to write in very young age. I was only 7 years old, and I was inspired by other authors. I wanted to write just like them, and when I was 7 years old, I started to write poems, like a small one.
Oh,
They were so simple and so funny that when I'm reading it right now, I'm always laughing. But I was only 7 years old. I was a child, and for me, I remember the time it was amazing. And I had a very good support with my grandma and also with teachers in school. They realized my talent and they want me to share this talent with everybody. So together with my grandma, we went to the newspapers, and I have my stories in newspapers. It's so old, but I still collect it, and it's very nice. I have a lot of them, and it's very nice memory for me. And also my teachers, they developed my talent, and I started to take part in international and national contests, like with writing. Yes, and I started to write stories for kids.
oh, that's so
Yes.
wonderful.
I was teenager, and I liked to write stories for kids because you can put all of your imagination. There is no limit. You can write about everything, and it was very nice for me. And when I grew up, I started to write also for other, like for adults. And these stories for adults are also very motivational and very inspiring. And last year, I published my first book here in Poland. And this year, I published the book "The Little Sparrow and the Courage to Dream" in English and also in Polish. So yes, so kids can read it in both languages. Why I came back to writing the stories for kids? Uh, because I love this genre. I really like to put all of my imagination there with no limits. And I really like to see how kids are happy, how they look on the stories, their emotions, their experience, their question. It's very nice. It's
Yes,
motivating.
yes, that's when I go and visit the kids in school, because I go all year round. And then when
Hmm.
I visit them, they say, Santa, what are you doing here? It's not Christmas. I said, you know what? I'm here to see that you're in a nice list, you're behaving yourself. And I read them a nice story, like children's story, encouraging story, believing in yourself, always behave, listen to the parents, listen to the teachers, because that's what kids need. It's not like Santa all year round, only on Christmas, so they can see Santa all year round. And the kids, they see that and they love it. It's like you when you read the books for them. And it's like, oh, especially in your books that with so many inspiration in there. Oh, that's so wonderful. Thank you. Um, how did what what can we expect from you and another books for children? Are you planning to write more?
Yes, yes, of course. I will share my small secret because it's a little bit secret right
I,
now,
pro-
but I will share it.
I promise I'm
Not
not
a
going to tell
problem.
nobody, okay? I'm not going to tell nobody.
Good, good. So, I plan to make a series with the little sparrow, with Johnny, little sparrow.
Oh,
Yes, yes, because you will see when we will read it. But there are a lot of friends there, a lot of family members. So I would like to create more stories about these personalities, about these friends and families, and all the topics that we have with kids and also when we grow up. So everybody can choose their own favorite character here in book, and maybe in some years when new stories will be created, you can also read book, for example, about the stork or about another character that you will see in this first book.
oh, that's so wonderful. And because there's so many characters in there, that will be a
Yes.
wonderful books, stories of each one. Oh, that's so wonderful. How did the children love your book over there in Poland?
um, Speaking honestly, it's only beginning
Oh,
because I published Polish version only 1 week or 2 weeks ago.
oh, really?
So I only started to send copies to kids, but from feedbacks I received from parents, because these kids are so small, like 5, 6, 3 years old, they really love the characters in the book. They really love Johnny, and they are thinking about their dreams. They are
Oh,
starting to think what is the biggest dream. So I think it's a very good way.
oh. I think over here, I read your book and I loved it. And I told some of my wonderful elves about your book, and they read it and said, "Oh, what a wonderful book! The illustrations, the meaning, very very creative, very very nice."
Thank you very much. I really wanted to give all of this power, energy to kids with these illustrations, with everything. So it's a very big compliment to have such words from Santa.
Well, Santa loves to read children's book, and this is
Oh,
this is one of my favorite ones because the inspiration. So, what message do you want to share with the audience right now?
what message? Um, During the time and during the observation when we are becoming adults, and during conversations that I have with parents, I noticed that we are we are just giving up. We stop to believe in ourselves when we are growing up. We forget about our dreams. So the message that I wanted to give with this book, not only for kids but also for parents who will read this book to their kids, that everything is impossible in this world if you believe in yourself, if you go to your dream, if you believe in miracle, because it's also very important in life, and also that it's very important to have support of people who are with us, our family, friends, teachers, because if we have something to do, if we believe in ourselves, if we have the support, we really can fly very high. And I know from my side that everything is impossible. Yeah, everything is possible. Sorry, and I want to remind everyone who will read this book to not give up and to believe in themselves.
Oh, that's a wonderful message, really wonderful message. Karina, when I go to the schools, usually I go more to elementary schools, and I tell the children, you know what? Always believe in your dream. Always, you whatever you want to be, you need to follow your dream, but you need to believe it from your heart. It's not like, yes, I believe. No, no, no. Believe from your heart inside, and nothing is impossible as long as you believe.
Yes.
So,
Sometimes, it takes so long to make your dream come true. For example, it could take 20 even years. But when you realize that this dream is already here and this is real, it's the best moment ever.
oh, I'm really, really happy for your journey and your accomplishments and everything you're doing right now, especially for the kids and the messages you're creating through the books, so more kids can see that is anything is possible as long as you dream and follow your dream. But very important to listen to the parents and listen to the teachers, because parents, when they say something, it's because they love them with their own heart, and the teachers because they want to make sure they become whatever they want to be, but they need to listen to them. So I hope everybody, I think they're waiting for you to start your book, your journey reading with us. I'm so excited too. So
Okay, so
whenever you
let
whenever
me,
you're ready, okay?
yes, yes, let me just have some water so I will have more power to read because it's a little bit long
No,
story.
no, 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 no. Take your time. Take your time.
So I will read my book that I created for the youngest one, The Little Sparrow and the Courage to Dream. And Santa will try to make this show even better and will show some pictures from this.
Yes. So what I'm going to do, she's going to read the book, and I'm going to show the pictures so all the audience can see the pictures from the book. Okay. So take it away.
Oops.
Oops. Whoop,
Not
where
that
are
one.
you? Hold on.
We are in the beginning. Okay. Okay. So I will start from the beginning because at the beginning of the book there is a special message for everyone. For every dreamer, young and adult, may your wings always remember they were made to fly, even when the world says otherwise. Believe and soar. And we will start to read the book about the small sparrow which called Johnny. In a small town between a green forest and the blue sparkling lake lived a family of sparrows. Their cozy little nest was full of excitement. Soon, tiny baby birds were going to hatch. And one very special day, they did. Three tiny sparrow chicks came into this world. Mommy and Daddy Sparrow were filled with joy. They dreamed of flying together over the forest, playing among the leaves, and exploring the town. They had two sons and one little daughter. The days passed quickly, and the sparrow chicks grew fast. Everything was new and interesting to them, and they could hardly wait for the day when they would fly for the first time. The oldest chicks, his name was Tony. He was very responsible. When Mommy and Daddy flew off to find food, Tony watched over his younger siblings. The middle chicks, Johnny, was a little troublemaker. He loved teasing his sister, sometimes even trying to jump out of the nest. even though Mommy and Daddy had told him many times that it was still too early. The youngest was a little Maya. She liked playing with Johnny, but she often felt scared. The world seemed so big and full of unknown things. Sometimes she worried that something might happen to her. At last came the long awaited day, the first flight day. Mommy and Daddy had been preparing their little ones for a very long time. They practiced flapping their wings, taught them how to float safely in the air, and how to look for a food. But deeper inside, Mommy and Daddy were worried. What if one of them fell, or got lost, or something dangerous happened? More than anything, they were afraid of the day their chicks would grow up, build their own nest, and fly away from home. They loved the sound of their laughter, but they also understood that this is how life works, and they hoped that if they raised their kids with love, the little sparrows would always know they could come home no matter what. It was time to spread their wings. First went Tony. He did everything exactly as Mommy and Daddy taught him. Soon he was gliding between the trees, seeing the town and the forest from high in the sky, places he had known before only from the nest. Daddy flew beside him, ready to help if anything could happen. Next was supposed to be John, but he suddenly stopped. He saw that Maya was trembling with fear. She was afraid she would fall and afraid she wouldn't fly. So Johnny stepped aside and she could fly first. And then Mommy came to the Maya and told her, Maya, I am right here. Believe in yourself. Spread your wings. Flying is something you know naturally how to do. Those words filled Maya with courage, and before she even realized it, she was in the air. And the next was Johnny. Everyone knew that Johnny had been trying to escape the nest for a very long time, but he believed in himself, and everyone believed in him too. Maya flapped her wings in joy and cheered. You can do it, Johnny! You are the best! Johnny took a deep breath, spread his wings, and jumped. At first, he fell faster and faster, but when he was just above the ground, he opened his wings wide and lifted himself up. One circle, another circle, then a third one. I did it! I'm flying! I can go everywhere! The sparrow family laughed, happy to be flying together at last. As the days passed, the sparrow chicks learned more and more. Mommy taught them how to catch tiny bugs. Daddy showed them how to build a safe nest and watch out for danger. But Johnny was still full of curiosity. One day, Johnny flew further than he should have. All over the fields, he saw something incredible. Big birds with long legs and long beaks. He had never seen such birds before. He hid behind a tree and watched. He saw the older bird teaching the younger ones how to fly and catch frogs. And he heard something even more amazing. They would soon fly away on a long journey to the warm lands, a journey that lasted weeks. Johnny felt excited, but a little bit scared. Just then, a voice called him. Hey, little sparrow, what are you doing here? Want to try a frog? Johnny jumped in fright. A huge bird was flying toward him. Help! It's going to eat me! Oh, don't be silly. We don't eat sparrows. You're quite safe. I am Mikey, a stork. Who are you? I am Johnny. I live near the forest and I was watching you. I am the youngest stork here. We are training for our long journey. To the warm lands, said Johnny. What are they like? Warm, green, full of food, a place where you never get cold. But the journey is long and hard. I'm a little bit scared, but I know that parents will be with me. I have never lived through the winter before, Johnny said. I'm a little scared of it too. You are not alone, replied Mikey. I am also a little bit scared of the journey, but our parents will be with us, so we will be fine. But how long does it take to go to this warm lands? Several weeks. That's a really long time. A little bit, but as a reward, warm days and full bellies awake us. I am very glad to see you, Johnny, but I need to go to my parents. I'm glad to meet you too, Mikey. I will definitely come visit you again. I would love to hear more about this trip. Great! Next time you will meet my family, so you can talk about it. Great idea! See you soon. Johnny flew back to his nest. He was so excited. He had a new friend. And what a friend! A stork! But what made him even happier was that he heard about the firm lands. It sounded like a dream. At home, he couldn't keep his secret to himself for so long, so he told it to his parents. Mom, Daddy, I met someone special today. Who? Mommy asked. A stork. His name is Mikey. A stork? asked Daddy. Yes, a young stork. I met him in the field. Johnny, you know that it's too far from home. You can't go to the field by yourself. I know, Mommy, but well, I just saw birds in the field. They had long legs. I have never seen anything like that. I watched them, and that's how I met Mikey. He was very nice to me. Oh, dear Johnny, that's a dangerous place, said Mommy. I'm sorry, Mommy, but but Mikey told me something amazing, something that I can't get out of my mind. What was it? asked his dad. He told me about the warm lands, about a place where it's always warm and there is always plenty of food. Warm lands, his mother told Mikey that it would be his first time trip. Storks train every day to build up their strength for the journey. Why don't we fly there? Sparrows don't fly to the warm lands. We are small and we know how to survive the winter here. But storks must go because they need more food and warmth. I see, said Johnny. But has no sparrow ever flown there? Dad was silent for a moment, and then he replied quietly, Maybe Simon tried once, but they never came back to tell us what it's like there. Johnny didn't tell his parents that he wanted to fly to the warm land. He knew that his parents didn't let him go, but he always had a small message in his heart. What if I could try? What if a small bird could do something big? So next day he went to the field again to see the Mikey. And as Mikey promised, they went to see his parents. They flew together to the middle of the meadow. Johnny had to flap his wings hard to keep up with the larger bird. As they approached the group of storks, Johnny felt his heart beating fast. The birds were so huge. They stood tall on their long legs and had enormous beaks. Johnny looked like a grain of sand next to them. When he landed, He heard laughter. A tiny sparrow wants to fly with us, one stork joked. Maybe he will ride on my tail, another laughed. Johnny felt even smaller, but Mikey stepped forward. Hey, Johnny is my friend, and he has a big dream. That deserves respect. You have a brave heart, little one. The journey is hard, very hard. Not everyone can do it. And after that, the family of storks told Johnny how the whole journey to the warm lands is look like, how they are flying, how they are surviving. It was very amazing. And and they proposed to go to the warm lands together. But Johnny told, I would love to, but I have to talk to my parents first. Maybe we can all fly together. I can't leave them alone. And filled with this great joy, Johnny flew home. He wanted to share this idea and this information with his parents and family, but but he reminded himself the first conversation, and the family would not like to go him to the warm lands. He said very sad this evening because he was watching the siblings and family, and he didn't want to go alone there. So he decided to stay this winter with family at home. The next day Johnny flew to see the storks. He had made his decision. For now, I'm staying. The storks understood. They promised that if one day the sparrow changed his mind, they would welcome him. Only Mikey didn't want him to give up. You can do it, Johnny. I believe in you, he said. From that day, Johnny and Mikey spent every moment together. Mikey taught Johnny how to fly faster, how to stay steady in strong winds, and what to do when heavy rain fell from the sky. Johnny grew stronger every day, and even though he still didn't know if he would go to warm lands with them or not, he knew one thing for certain: he never wanted to lose his friend. Finally, the day of departure came. It was Johnny's first fall. The air turned chilly, and the trees were dressed in yellow, orange, and red. Leaves lay on the ground like a soft blanket. More and more birds were leaving for warm lands. And now it was time for the storks. Johnny's heart ached. His best friend would leave, and he would stay with his family and a few friends. Johnny, please come with us, Mikey asked. You are ready. We will help you along the way. Oh, Mikey, I wish I could, but I want to stay with my family. I can't leave them. I will miss you so much, and I will wait for you. Friends forever? Mikey asked. Friends forever, whispered Johnny. Mikey winked with his tiny one. Mikey looked at his friend with sad eyes, then rose into the sky and flew away with his family. Johnny stayed on his branch and watched until the storks disappeared into the clouds. For a moment he spread his wings and wanted to fly, but he couldn't follow. Okay, give me 1 second. Days passed, weeks passed. Winter came quietly, like a soft white dream. One night, snow covered the earth in a fluffy blanket. The trees put on white coats. The world became silent and still. Maya woke up first. Her eyes sparkled. Mommy, Daddy, wake up! It's so beautiful. That's a winter, my darling. Mommy Sparrow smiled. Everyone woke up. Johnny peeked out of the nest, saw the sparkling white world, and flew outside. When his tiny foot touched the snow, he jumped in surprise. Oh, it's so cold! Daddy, what is that? That is snow, son. Come back to the nest. And why is there so much of it? Because winter has arrived, Mommy explained. It will stay for a while until spring comes. Come here. We will stay warm together. The world looked magical. Everything was beautiful. Maya danced around the snowflakes. Tony played with her and watched over her. Squirrels joined in the fun, chattering happily. Only Johnny didn't feel like playing. He stayed in the nest, dreaming of the warm lands and counting days before spring. When it was cold, the family stayed in their nest. When the sun came out, they flew to look for food, sometimes not finding enough. Soon the little sparrows started to go to the bird school. They learned zoology, math, and the foreign language. Their teacher was Mrs. Owl, wise, kind, and loved by everyone. She believed that every bird had a special gift. Maya twirled like a snowflake ballerina, and Mrs. Owl encouraged her dancing. Tony was good at counting, so he received the special math problems to solve. But Johnny always looked sad. Nothing seemed to cheer him up. One day Mrs. O asked him to stay after classes. Johnny, sweetheart, why is your heart so heavy? Johnny looked down at the ground. In summer, I met my best friend Mikey, the stork, but he flew away. I wanted to fly with him, but Daddy said I couldn't. I miss him, and I still dream of the warm lands. It's my greatest wish. If that is your dream, then maybe you should try to fulfill it, she said gently. Mikey will come back when summer returns, and maybe next time you will fly together. Dreams are meant to be followed. But I'm just a small sparrow. I will never make it so far. Johnny, you may be small, but you have a big dream, and big dreams make wings stronger. Her words warmed his heart like sunlight. Johnny flew home with hope. Every day after that, he waited for spring. And spring finally came. Flowers bloomed, insects buzzed, and the sky filled with birds. Johnny waited every day, and then one morning he saw them, a great arrow of stars in the sky. Johnny flew upwards, higher and higher, and there he was, Mikey. They reached each other mid-air, their wings fluttering with joy. Johnny, I missed you so much. I missed you too. Tell me everything. How it was in warm lands. They talked and laughed. They were so happy to be together again. But that night Johnny was quiet again. He remembered something, and his heart stopped. His parents noticed. Early in the morning, Mommy was already awake, while the rest of the family was still asleep. Finally, she woke up Daddy Sparrow and invited him for a morning flight. Honey, we have to help him believe in himself and let him go. Let him fly and fulfill his dreams. We can't keep him in the nest. He is a big one. He will be fine. How do you imagine that, my dear? Are we supposed to send our son into the unknown together with birds that would gladly eat him? They will not eat him. What do you suggest then? Let's fly to the storks. Let's meet Mikey's family and talk to them. They also have a child. They will understand us as parents. They will keep an eye on Johnny to make sure nothing happens to him. You're right, dear. Our son's happiness is the most important thing. We should help him, Mommy Sparrow thought. We can't keep him with us. Johnny should be free to follow his dreams. After that, the parents of sparrows went to the meadow. to see Mikey and to see Mikey's parents. They talked a lot about the warm lands, about the journey, and they wanted to um, make their son happy. And after that, after this long conversation with the storks, they understood that they will help their son so they can fly together. How wonderful! Mother Stork happily. Our Mikey couldn't settle down easier. He missed your son so much. Of course we will help. Fly with us, all of you, they proposed. It's very dangerous. Let's give Johnny a try, and after that we can fly together. We will make sure your son gets there safely with us, assured the stork father. A few hours later, Johnny flew to meet Mikey. Mikey rushed to him and wrapped him in his big wings. Johnny, you will not believe it. You are flying with us. What? I'm flying with you? What are you talking about, Mikey? In the morning, your parents came to see us. They said you can fly with us to the warm lands, so we can make your dream come true. My parents agreed to watch over you during this journey. So, starting from today, we begin training. The little sparrow was very happy. What? I can't believe it. I'm really flying to the warm lands with my best friend. When he came home, he was very happy. He reached his family and he told, thank you for believing in me. Mom, Dad, maybe you could also come with me. And Maya, Tony, let's all go together. My sweet boy, this time you will fly for your own. We will join you next time. We believe in you. And Mrs. Owl believes in you too. From that day, they started to learn how to fly. Johnny learned the foreign language and he was waiting for this moment when they will come to the warm lands. Summer passed quickly, and the fall arrived sooner than they expected. It was time for Johnny to spread his wings and fly into the big whole world. The forest gathered to wish Johnny good luck. Everyone hugged him. His mother felt tears in her eyes. His brother Tony and sister Maya looked at him with pride and admiration. We will wait for you to come back. Johnny felt a little bit sad at this moment, but he didn't let the sadness show. He lifted his beak and smiled the biggest smile anyone had ever seen. "Take care, and come home, my son," whispered his mother. "We will be waiting for you. I love you, my little one," said his father, hugging him tightly. It was the very first time Johnny had ever heard those words from his father. They filled him with strength and courage. The stork said goodbye to all the animals and rose into the sky, and right beside them flew the small sparrow, Johnny. Their silhouettes formed a beautiful shape against the clouds, and then they disappeared behind the horizon. Johnny looked down and gasped. He had never flown so high before. He was a little bit scared, but he could not stop smiling. He imagined the warm sand and tall palm trees, and that gave him courage. The birds flew for a long, long time. Sometimes it was very hard, especially when a storm rolled in. When Johnny grew tired or scared, the storks lifted him and let him rest on their backs. They never let him fall behind. During this journey, Johnny met the whole stork family. Everyone liked him for his laughter, his bright spirit, and his brave heart. Finally, one day it happened. A warm golden light appeared on the horizon. Below, land shimmered like a dream. Johnny froze in amazement, then flapped faster and faster. He wanted to reach it as soon as possible. And then they landed. Johnny was shouted from happiness. The warm lands! The warm lands! I made it! He flew among the palm trees, splashed into the sea, and playing in the soft sand. He laughed and rolled around like the happiest little bird in the whole world. His dream had come true. The little sparrow, whom almost no one believed at first, had reached the place his heart always longed for. Nothing here felt strange or scary. The sand was warm, the water soft and gentle, the leaves of the trees were big and slippery, and Johnny slid down them as if they were shiny playground slides. He twirled in the air and danced about the sand. Then he suddenly tripped and rolled right into the sand. Mikey rushed to him immediately. Johnny lay there, wings spread wide, laughing with joy. Mikey, I'm so happy we came here. This is exactly how I imagined it. I can see how happy you are, my dear friend. Mikey answered with a warm smile. "Come along, little ones," called Mikey's mother kindly. "Let's rest, eat something, and then look for our nest. Johnny, we will help you to build your own. And for now you can stay with us. My heart growed bigger when I see your little smile and beak." Everyone went for look food, and after that they went to school. Johnny met a lot of new friends, parrots, and other ones, and also he met a new teacher that he also liked. Maybe it wasn't Mrs. Owl, but Mr. Ostrich was wise, patient, and funny too. Everyone admired Johnny for his bravery, his determination, and pursuing his dreams that had finally come true. The days passed happily. His new nest was finished too. It was Johnny's first home of his own. He was going to live there all by himself. He was very happy about it because until then he had shared the home with his family. The nest was small, green, and cozy. Mikey's mother decorated it with tiny colorful flowers. The stores gathered around, admiring the little nest. From the perspective of large birds, the nest seemed very small, but it was very beautiful, perfect for a sparrow. Everyone hugged Johnny and rejoiced with him. But soon Johnny began to feel lonely. He remembered his family, his cozy home, his siblings, his parents, worms, and Mrs. Owl's gentle voice. Even with friends and new adventures, something felt missing. The storks noticed, and one day the mommy stork asked to come Johnny after lesson because she wanted to talk to him. "Johnny, how are you doing at your new school? Have you made any few friends?" "Everything fine, Mrs. Stork. Mr. Ostrich lessons are very interesting. I have new friends, but they don't always want to spend time with me. That's why I usually hang out with Mike. I am very happy. This is just how I imagined it would be. Honey, so why are you so sad every time you come back to your nest? Johnny, my dear, I can hear you are crying at night. Do you miss your family?" Johnny lowered his head. "It's hard to be happy without them. I miss our moments together. I miss them. At first I felt overjoyed, but since I've been living alone, I no longer enjoy those lonely evenings. Oh, my little one, come here." Johnny nestled under her wing. He felt the familiar warmth and heartbeat. He closed his eyes and imagined his mother for a moment. He remembered her voice, her soft feathers, and the boundless love she always surrounded him with. He felt sad. A tiny tear rolled down his cheek. He missed them deeply. He realized that yes, he had fulfilled his dream, but now what he wanted most in the world was to share this happiness with his family. The mother stork felt a little bit sad with Johnny, and for a moment she shared his sadness. Listen, sweetheart. You love this place, but you also love your family. That is a very beautiful thing. So next year we will bring them here too. All of them. We will help you. You will not be alone anymore. You are a wonderful, brave bird. You have a wonderful family who believes in you and supports you. You succeed, so they will too. We will help you. Will not we? She looked at the stork daddy and Mike. Of course, said the stork dad with a smile. And Mikey also said, and if you feel lonely before that, you can come to us. There is always a place under Mommy's wings. Always. Johnny looked up. A small smile came back to his beak. Hope filled his heart again. He closed his eyes and imagined his whole family spending time in the warm lands, right here, in the place he had grown to love so much. He felt a surge of hope and strength. He felt like himself again. He thanked the stork family and began counting the days until his return. And this day happened. The mother sparrow had always been full of positive energy. She always motivated her children and husband, teaching them to believe in themselves and fulfill their dreams. She deeply believed that she would see her son in a moment. She didn't have to wait long. A beautiful flock of storks appeared in the sky. They immediately recognized Mikey's family, and right next to the mother stork was flying their little sparrow. Johnny spotted his family, waited for him in the nest. His heart leapt with joy. Everyone was happy about his return. They hugged him tight, kissed him, laughed, cried, and hugged him again. They listened to his every story about the warm sands, trees, school, friends, and the journey. Soon after, Johnny's parents met with Mikey's parents again. They wanted to tell good words to the stork's family that they helped his son. But also they were not prepared for a surprise. The stork family asked them if it will be possible they will go with them next year. And after some negotiations between the sparrow family, they agreed to go together. The sparrow's parents shared the news with the whole family. Everyone was excited about the upcoming adventure. They practiced flying all summer long, and Mrs. O taught the family a foreign language. Johnny told them everything, how warm the sand was, how fun the leaves were, and how delicious the tiny bugs were. Finally, when the fall came, the whole sparrow family flew away with the storks. Johnny was very happy. An even greater dream had come true, and most importantly, how he had his family by his side. The flight was not as difficult as it might have seemed. When the sparrows got tired, the storks helped them by letting them rest on their backs. Along the way, they all became even closer friends. They became one big bird family. Finally, they saw land. They began to approach a place where the sand was golden, like the sun, and palm trees danced in the wind. Everything looked like in fairy tale. After arriving, the sparrows couldn't get enough of their new home. They built their own nest, tried new bugs, and began to discover the charms of the warm lands with delight. Maya and Tony happily went to a new school with their brother. They met their teachers and neighbors. They quickly became friends. Just a year before, no one had believed in the little sparrow's dream, and now everyone was living that dream. From then on, every fall, the sparrows set off with the storks to the warm lands. And even though they were so different, they always flew together. And what about Johnny? From that day, he always believed in himself, and he never ever stopped making his dreams come true. So, dear kids, dear parents, I would like to tell you that this is all from this story, and I would like you to make sure that this story is a very good teacher for everyone, how to believe in yourself, how to go for your dream, how to build and have support of everyone, and how to believe that even if you are a small bird, but your wings are making stronger when you have a big dream and you believe. Thank you.
Katarina, that was a wonderful story. I loved it. I loved it. And some of my fans, little friends, they loved it too. Uh, the journey of,
In one time, I read this story many times, but in one time, I just realized in one moment that I will start to cry because I was very happy for Johnny.
that the journey went through, that the parents were afraid to let him go. And that's true right now. When your kids are in preschool or kindergarten, sometimes the parents say, what, I think my kid or my little girl is too young to go to kindergarten. But they need to believe. They need to let them go so they can learn, open their wings. Same thing when they go to high school or college or their first job. That story, it puts everything in one. So it's not only for kids, for parents too, to make sure to let their kids, follow the dream, but follow the dream in a nice way. Always listen to the parents when they're going to do something and call them, and they know that whatever happens, they have a place to go home.
Yes,
Oh, I
they
love
can
it.
always try, but even when something is not going good and they would like to come home, always they have a place where to come back.
Oh, you know what? I love that. And I can't wait to read your next books. And
Oh,
and welcome you as guest again.
maybe I can come, and be your guest in the North Pole. So I can go with you to kids, to schools, and
Oh,
everywhere. Let's
there'll
put
be,
it like a new dream of mine.
yes, 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 yes. So, Katrina, what you what do you think that Johnny will tell the kids? What kind of advice Johnny will think it will tell the kids right now? The kids are watching right now.
To be brave, to have courage, to have dream, to believe in yourself, and to I don't know how to say. I lost my words. Sorry. And to remember that we all have our wings, small one or bigger one, but these wings they were made to fly. So if you have a dream, just spread your wings like Johnny did and go.
Yes, yes, yes. See, but Johnny, I love that Johnny asked for permission to his parents and
Yes,
asked for advice. Even the parents that were reluctant, but they still says, you know what, he needs to go. But like I said, he asked parents first instead of just, you know what, I'm going to go and fly. That's what I love about Johnny's story.
Yes, then the saddest part for me, it was like he went to fulfill his dream, but he was alone and he really missed his family. So every time I'm reading this chapter, I'm always crying. Yeah, because it's very important to share your happiness with family, with friends, with everyone you love.
Yes, yes. And you know what? It doesn't matter where you are in any part of the world. You still, if you feel alone and you feel, you can just pick up the phone, message, and reach to your parents, to your family, to your loved ones, and tell them, a nice message. How are you? I miss you. You know, they're always with you in your heart, even your heart and your mind. Even if you're far away, they're still with you.
I can tell something about this because I'm originally from Ukraine and last 12 years I live in Poland, so my parents are far away, but I always call them, make video calls, go there to visit them. So it's like what the story is about. Everything was from the real life.
Oh, I love your story. Let me ask some little friends if they have any questions for you. Okay, so please, my friends, if you have any questions for Katarina, please put them in the comment. See if she can answer some of your questions. Uh, but I can't wait, for your book, and I hope that you your book uh, goes to arrive in schools, so so the kids can learn from your story.
I will make it happen.
Do you plan to go and visit the schools and read your story to them?
Yes, yes. It
Oh,
will be a long journey because we have plenty of schools and kindergartens, so I maybe I will not sleep, but I will. I already put it in the list, and I will go to some kindergartens, to schools, to visit kids and to read them the story.
I have a question from Francisco. It says, where
Oh,
where did you got where did you get your inspiration for your book?
oh, hello, Francisco. Thank you very much for your question. Uh, where where I had this inspiration. Uh, I spent a lot of time with kids, with parents, and one day I just realized that I need to create a story about believing in yourself, about this courage. And I was thinking about myself that I was also a small bird with the small wings, but I had a big dream. And I really like birds. I like animals, birds, and everything. And it was just a moment. I remember that day when I had my coffee, I had my laptop, and I just started to write. I had only idea about the topic that I want to write about and about animals that I want to have the sparrow in the story, and I started to write it. I wrote it quickly, and the funniest thing was that when it was times that I didn't have inspiration because it wasn't one day that I just sat and wrote it. It took some time to write the book. I was laying in my couch and I saw that a small sparrow came to my balcony. And I remind myself that I am writing a book about Sparrow. And every time when I didn't have any inspiration or motivation to write it, the little sparrow came to my balcony and he reminds that he's waiting to spread his wings.
So the little sparrow was inspiring you. It says, "Hey, don't. I'm
Yes,
here. Continue with your dream." Oh,
yes, yes.
and this is from Jesus. It says, "What is your favorite children book story?"
Oh, my favorite. I have two ones. The first one is from Disney. It's about the elephant Dumbo.
Oh,
I don't know if you know the story,
yeah.
but you can search it in the internet. It's very inspirated story. I remember I read it when I was 10 years old or 9 years old. I still remember everything about the story. And the second one is about Ratatouille. It calls about the rat that I'm not sure if it's book, but I know that it's a movie when he became a chef
Yes.
in the kitchen. Yes. So this is the two of my favorite stories for kids.
You know what? I saw those two movies. The
Hmm.
movies. The one with the mouse. They wanted to be a chef, and Dumbo with the big ears.
Yes. Yes. And everybody laughed on him, and he spread his ears and just fly. It was incredible.
I have one more question, and this is from Lupi. Where she loves your book and your story, and she says, where can she buy your book, or where can she get a hold of your book? Where's the
Okay.
book available right now?
Okay, thank you very much for the question. So I have two books. One of them is in English. This that one that I read, and you can buy it in Amazon. So you can just put the little sparrow and the courage to dream, and you will see it in the Amazon. So you can purchase it there. And speaking about the Polish version in book, you can buy it via email to me because I'm sending it to kids. And also you can purchase it in Amazon, but in Poland.
So I saw that you personalize your book
Yes,
when you give them to or sell them to kids or parents.
yes, yes. That's a special message from my side.
Oh, that's nice. Oh, I love that. So have you received some thank you for the parent from the parents?
Yes, yes. Like all parents that I gave book because some of parents I know personally because we are working together. So everybody just, were so surprised, and it was very excited for them to have this message. And I remember I received the email even from one of my fan, I would say. He was very happy to receive such message from author. He was very excited that I was speaking to him in this book, and
Oh,
he was very happy that I sent him this special message because it was also with name. Yes, he's 5 years old, so I'm contacting with his dad via email, and he's telling me how it's going. But
oh,
they like it, like kids like these messages.
oh, yes, they do, especially when you write a special message in the book for them. That's precious. You know, they'll keep that book for a long, long time, and they'll show it.
Yes,
Look, the author signed it for me.
and I really love to reply to these messages because usually parents sending emails to me and describing what the kids are asking me like an author, and I always like to reply on these messages. They are so special.
Oh, you know what, Katarina? Everybody, audience, the elves in the North Pole, Mrs. Claus, are very happy that you joined us today, all the way from Poland.
Yes. through
And
the ocean
oh,
and
across
through
the
the
ocean,
seas.
yeah. So right
Yes.
now over there is what time?
Oh, it's about 8 p.m., even more. Yes. So it's going to be dark.
Do you have something to share with the audience for today's?
Uh, I am very excited and honored that I was invited to this meeting, to this show. It was also my greatest wish to have contact with Santa, to see him in person. So it's also um, fulfilling my personal dream about the meeting Santa. And I would like to give a special message to you, to everybody who is watching me today, that believe in yourself, uh, be yourself, listen to your heart that you have deeply inside, and just follow it. Because if you are doing what you like, what you want, if you are going to your dream and you are starting to flapping your wings to go there, um, it's very important. And you receive a lot of happiness when you do what you like, when you listen to your heart, and when you make your dreams come true. It's very important. Even if these dreams are small or big, just listen to yourself and always believe. And if you will do it, you will be always happy person. Always.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. The audience probably would love that. Thank you so much. And it was a pleasure. Thank you so much for joining us all the way from Poland, and can't wait to have you as a guest again on your new books. And I want to, congratulations on your journey and a lot of success. Yes. And on your future books too, the ones that you're
Thank you very much.
planning to do. And let me ask all the audience, let's say thank you for Katarina for being here with us, and let's give her a round of applause.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so
I
much.
really like.
We really appreciate it. Here we go. Round of applause. Thank you for
Thank you
joining
very
us,
much.
Katarina, and we'll see you soon.
See you soon.
Okay. Bye. Bye.
Bye bye.
Oh, my friends, that was a wonderful story, and she was really wonderful, and about writing those books, so heartwarming. I love that, and the message for the children, it was so wonderful, so wonderful. And hopefully, when she has her next book, she can join us again. I'm hoping, you know, so she can share the new book with all of us. And I just want to say, thank you for everybody for joining in, and for your message. Like I have Lucy and Daisy from San Diego. Thank you, Lucy from San Diego, for joining in. Diego from Moreno Valley. Oh, I have Ken, Ocean and Sky. Thank you, Ocean and Sky. And I have, let me see who I have here. Uh, Francisco. Oh, well, hi, Francisco. Thank you for joining. And Jesus, we had a awesome time today. I know we went over a little time. Usually we're not, used to that going so long, but she was a special. She all the way from Poland to joining us to read her book. And I don't want to, make it short. It was wonderful for her to be here with us. And I have over here Lisa from Riverside. Hi, Lisa. How are you? She said she can't wait to order Katarina's book. Oh, thank you. She will love that. She will appreciate it. So, my dear friends, like I said, thank you for joining in today. It was a wonderful, wonderful day today. And just don't forget to let me put it over here. Don't forget to, where is it at? Here we go. Join the Norpro family so you can don't miss any wonderful, wonderful stories that Santa is coming. And for next time, I have a really nice story to read for you guys. Okay? So please, thank you for coming in. Thank you, Katerina, for joining us all the way from Poland. We appreciate that. Thank you for all the fans. And I'll see you soon. Thank you. Bye.